back for a fourth time here with stress. I'm sort of, as these videos are going on, losing a bit of inspiration to do anything with the board. I've just done a very poorly done brain with a bit of black negativity surfing around it. The word stress ring in the middle, so you know what we're talking about. Anyway, so looking under the key, let's start off with what is stress. Well, I found a pretty good definition for it. At its most simplest form, stress is our body's physical response to mental or emotional pressure, and this can be things such as like worrying about X, panicking about Y. It's our response to negative things going on in our lives, or things that we can associate as negative and we're not enjoying, don't want to be a part of anymore, that are causing us to be in this sort of frantic state that can have a real negative impact in our lives. We can have, looking then at the effects, there can be hundreds of effects of stress that all have from mental problems to physical ones. Some major health risks can be like hypertension, agnia, stroke, heart attack, Ulcers. Yeah, them all. Watch out. You can also get things like you can become very depressed when you're stressed out all the time. Your brain is overworking and constantly feel tired. Your motivation can be really low. You'll be struggling to do different things and just finding like everything's on your back all the time, and you just need more space. You can lose friends. It can be really awful being constantly under pressure and not really knowing what you want to do, because you just feel like you're constantly bombarded all the time with all these things going around in your life. There can be things that cause a lot of stress, stuff like bereavement or job opportunities, panicking about deadlines. It can really like kick the stress into overdrive and make your life a bit of a living hell. But luckily, there's some changes, some things you can do that will help lower your stress levels. Got a few things here, which are some simple ways that you can relieve stress to make your life a bit better. Exercise can be a great thing to release endorphins in your brain, and when you're moving around, you're having fun, you're not really thinking about all these awful things going on. But at the same time, you can have you can break that focus and you can suddenly remember all these things again. They flood back into your head and they make the situation even worse. So it's better to try and clear your mind when you're doing physical activity and only focus on one thing at a time and not panic about every other little thing that's going on in the world. You can take some drugs and stuff in some extreme cases if you're really unhappy with what's going on and you feel like you need that sort of chemical intake to benefit you. You can reduce caffeine intake because that can put you on a bit of an edge. Writing down problems and talking to people, opening up about what's going on, can really help you and benefit in the long run, because you feel like you're getting things off your chest. A weight can sometimes feel like you're lifted because you're sharing something with somebody else, not necessarily like dumping it on them like, here's all my problems. They're there to support you and help you, so find a friend. Spending time with loved ones, friends and family, and just having a great time all around can also reduce your levels of stress, because you're putting yourself in a happy place. You're not putting yourself in this panicked, all hunched up and angry sort of mood or whatever. You're there to have fun and enjoy yourself. Looking at why do you want to reduce your levels of stress? Well, because if we're looking at sporting sort of side of things, it can affect your performance, because you're not going to perform at optimum levels if you're constantly panicking and you don't know if you're coming or going. You're going to be worrying about all kinds of different things. Your mind would not be clear and focused on the task that you have at hand and you want to achieve. So therefore you will then struggle and you will not be able to put out your best performance. I mean, people can worry and panic. It's normal. It's a human reaction. But having too much of it is where it becomes a definite negative side to our brains. And then going to look at our top tips, which is you park in a driveway and you drive in a parkway, but when you drive a nuclear powered Panther tank, pretty much do whatever you want.